afternoon, and welcome to Through the Static. This is Stephen, the Medium, your host. I thought Olivia was going to do the entire episode, which I love. And I am here with my co-host. Hello.
Cozy,
Cozy?
Coachy Lex.
I was going to say Cozy Elix? Cozy Elix?
Yeah.
So Coach Elix is with me, and
I don't know. I hear us in the background. It's not, and it's not me. But maybe we. I don't know. Can we?
I don't know what's going on. Hello.
Well, just keep going. Keep talking.
Chatting.
Yeah, let's talk
you know
among
me.
ourselves.
I'm not a talker, you know.
No.
I don't like to chat. So, but Elix, how? Yeah, and I love the fact that I can say something and then a second later hear it again. So this is radio for you, right? It's live radio. It happens all the time, but I'm sure Mark and Jim are trying to figure this out. So, Elix, how's everybody doing?
Everything is. I don't even know why I cannot speak today. Everything's going well. Everything's doing awesome. And I am, as you know, we just got back from Puerto Rico. We had a great week in Puerto Rico, and it's amazing to be back.
Yes, it really, and it was a fantastic trip. Bringing your mom. I know how happy she is to go there and get to spend time in her house, and of course you too. But as you mentioned, I think Elix, didn't you say something where in Puerto Rico that if I jumped into the driver's seat because you were driving and you went to sleep, I could easily just navigate wherever I am in Puerto Rico because I've just been there so long, so many times.
But it's not just that. Like you really have. It's almost like you're native of Puerto Rico. Like you eat the Puerto Rican food. Like you love the local bakeries. You love even buying from the streets. You know how to navigate. You know the island. I really, it's like you become one of us. After 30 years. Yeah, no kidding,
Yes,
right?
yes, Boricua. So, but I love it, and I used to have a count of how many times I went to Puerto Rico. Every time I'd go, I'd say to you, "This is my 10th, 11th, 12th," and then once it hit 30, I just stopped counting because it's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, I don't even know.
It is a second home for me, which I love. But what else is going on with you?
I just share with everyone that Friday I'm celebrating my 2-year anniversary as a radio host. Get a Grip with Coach Elix, and I'm super excited that this Friday we are gonna have our 2-year anniversary show, and I'm gonna come to the station, and I'm super happy and excited. It feels like I just started, and it really feels like such an accomplishment to be able to do that.
Well, I mean, it is really an amazing accomplishment. I think it's an accomplishment for both of us. Two people that had no media, like radio background whatsoever, and the fact that how Spirit led me to having this show and just passing 4 years, and then having your show and hitting 2 years is I think it's a very big success.
Yeah, and I think back of all the people that have we've been so privileged to have as guests in my show, and it's really beautiful. Again, I feel very grateful.
You know what I'm grateful for? That there's not two of you. Because every time you say something and you're live, then I hear the recording or the echo behind, and I'm like, oh my God, it feels like I'm talking to Elix, and then there's Elix behind me, like just going to pop out, and there's two of them. So that's enough. One's enough. I'm just saying. So.
I feel it too, but
what I was going to say is we were on Facebook Live, as we usually do the pre-show. I love the fact that Juan, a first-time listener, came on, and you asked where he was from, in South Africa.
That's amazing, Stephen, that you now have people from all over the world listening to you.
I mean, it's pretty, and I love that he said he should be sleeping, but we were entertaining him. So it's a great thing. It's a
Yes.
really great thing. And what else is going on? Um, I was talking about a lot of things on Facebook Live that
The curtain lady, in your foolish messages to me during my work um, hours.
well, listen, if you have a chance, just go onto YouTube and type in. You don't need an account. Just go to YouTube and type in the current lady and this blonde woman. And I think this was filmed like in the 1980s. In Rhode Island. I think it's in Coventry. You got to listen to her. She is hilarious. So today, I took a clip of that, an audio clip of that, and texted to Elix when he was, with a client. And when he was on his way home, he called me to tell me he was on his way home. And I said, "Did you get my text?" And you know what he had the nerve to say to me? "I'm not
Yes.
opening it in front of my client and someone else working there because I don't trust you." Like,
Mm-hmm.
after almost 30 years, you don't trust me.
That's right.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, he was like, "Why, was it important?" I'm like, "Well, forget about it. Listen to it whenever you want to listen to it." And he was like, "All right, I'll listen to it now." So he hung up, and then he called me back with some choice words because it was the current lady.
Mm-hmm. And I knew better. I already knew. I knew. I definitely knew that I was not going to hit play in front of two of my clients and look foolish. But listen, can you tell people what we're up to? What we're up to
Yes.
also?
So make sure later on today you go to my social media. I know. Hope you're on social media, either Facebook or Instagram. Also, I'll try to do this on YouTube. Just watch for it, wait for it. Something very big coming up that we're are going to be doing. So it's just something that I want everyone to watch for, and it is very exciting. It's more than exciting.
Real big coming
Yeah,
down.
it's more than exciting. Something. What's really exciting is that I was in juvenile court yesterday, and I saw this probation officer that I haven't seen in a long time because she goes to different courts. And I saw her, went up to her and hugged her because I was very happy to get to see her. And then yesterday, via Facebook, I think it was, she sent me a message saying, so I'm not gonna get it right, but verbatim, but something like, um, it's always so nice to see me. My positivity is I can't think of the word she said, but you know what I'm saying. You know the word. Well, Spirit knows the word. I know they know. All the dead people around me, they know what I want to say. Infectious. That's what it was. So, I mean, I said the same thing to her, though. It made my day seeing her. But listen, when you get compliments like that, it's so nice. It's nice that someone took the time to actually say a comment like that. And I've known her for a long time. I've been in Brockton Juvenile Court for God only knows, for many years. This year is my 20th year being an attorney, and pretty much almost 20 years of that I've been in Brockton Juvenile Court. So it's nice to have that longevity in those relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know what, Elix? I'm going to take a break a little earlier to try to figure out if they can figure this out, because this is driving me crazy, this echo.
Yes,
So,
and the people on the stream are actually hearing it, so we gotta
yeah,
figure out what's going on.
this is difficult. So we will be right back.
And hello, everyone, and welcome back to
Through the
uh,
static.
through this. I was gonna say, get a grip with Coach Helix.
Oh,
I
it's
don't know
still
if
it's still not fixed, or it's still
yeah,
not.
I don't know if they can hear you, but I think Stephen, what we could do is you could just sign off and just use my sound because I tested it
Okay.
with Mark and I'm
Okay.
okay.
Got it.
It's
Got it. Got it. All
so
right. So
so I'll
Elix,
get
just chat amongst yourselves.
yes. Hello, everyone. I'm not medium, but I am the sidekick. And you can tune in to my own radio show on Fridays at 1 Get a Grip with Coach Helix. But in the interim, hang in there because Stephen the Medium is going to be here and he's going to be taking your calls very, very soon. And if you haven't called before, you can call 508 222 1320. And I have no idea. Can can you hear me, Mark? I am getting an echo, and I have no idea what that's about. Can you hear me now better? Okay, now I'm hearing myself normal again. So if you hear us normal, I think we should be good to go. So Stephen the Medium is going to be joining us in just about a minute, so hang in there. Again, our number is 508-222-1320, and here is Stephen the Medium.
Hello, everybody. I hope this is okay now. All right, so I'm really sorry about that. I mean, I know Mark and I'm sure Jim and anybody else are trying their best to figure this out, but it sounds like it's something to do with my microphone, and I feel bad because Helix is not going to be able to participate, but I am just a little. I'm just getting oriented because I'm in Helix's office. But let's do this. Let me go to the callers, and how about that? That will get me oriented. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this? Hello.
Hi, this is Amanda.
Hi, Amanda, were you just singing for me?
That was my son. He's 3 and he's autistic, so he was just like coming.
I love that. I love the sound. It was wonderful. So Amanda, thank you for holding and us trying to figure all this out. So whoa, Amanda, you've got a birthday or an anniversary right now, like really close. There's something your son, your mom, your dad, something 2 weeks back, 2 weeks forward. Either a birthday, an anniversary of crossing. There's something.
Yeah,
Nothing.
my dad's birthday was just the other day, and then my grandfather's passing is coming up in September.
When's your dad's birthday?
His is August 17th.
Oh, that would be it. So, yeah, I mean, it's always really, it's this is also a mother energy. Is your mother still here?
Yeah, my mother's still here.
So there's a grandmother energy that's stepping forward, but it feels like it's a mom's side. Is your mother's mom crossed?
Yes, she has.
So just make sure you know, Amanda, that she's stepping forward to let you know how much she loves you and she's with you. But she also brings me to. Did you lose an in-law, like a mother-in-law or a father-in-law?
Not an in-law, but we recently lost my aunt.
It just the reason why I was asking that is it feels like there's another woman that is really motherly, but feels very, very connected. And I also get the Mary or Marie or Mark. Who's the MR name? Either living or crossed.
My grandmother is Mary.
I love that. That's your mom's mom?
Yeah, my mom's mom is Mary.
How cool is it, Amanda, that she just yells out her name? Like, it's me.
I know.
It's me.
So cool.
It's one of the greatest things, just to do whatever they can to make sure you know that it's them. And your grandmother just said to me, Stephen, this is not because this is my granddaughter, but this woman is like a miracle of strength and courage, and you're also very, very connected. So just make sure you keep that with you. There's also a V. I never get the letter V. I don't know if there's a Victoria or Vicky, Vinny. Do you, it could be first name, it could be middle name, it could be last name, but there's a really, really strong V that your grandmother keeps drawing. So it's somehow, some way connected. It may not be her.
Mhm.
Wait a minute.
My best friend is named Vicky.
Wow. I was just about to say that this may not be a family member. It may be someone connected closely. Spirit will do that a lot to bring in your inner circle. If this is a best friend, it's just your grandmother. And many times it's also somebody for Vicky's, someone Vicky lost is also stepping forward and giving that to you. What's with the shot glasses, Amanda? They're it's never a good thing when the person I'm reading repeats what I just said, because they're like, what does that mean? Like, what is this? So I love it. Your grandmother keeps showing me Elix. I'm sitting at Elix's desk, my husband's desk, and he's got this little Bahamas shot glass, and your grandmother keeps pointing to it.
The only things I could think of really is my other grandmother that passed on my dad's side. She used to go to the Bahamas every year.
What?
Yeah. And the other thing is, I am 2 years sober. I don't know if that has something to do with it too. But.
Oh, Amanda! Well, congratulations, boy. Your grandmother was telling the truth, saying about how brave and courageous. And no, that's part of why she was saying that, because that's a feat in itself. And wow, Amanda, it's amazing. But I love the fact too that your dad's mom actually had me say Bahamas on this cup.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. It's just letting you know again that she's watching you and she's with you. What are they saying? A testament. I'm trying to figure out but now both grandmothers for you, Amanda, are chatting at the same time, and I'm like, one at a time, please. They're really excited about this. It feels like there's a certification or something. Did you do something? Did you go to school or is somebody going back to school? There feels like this certification or something.
Yeah, my boyfriend's in electrician school right now, and then I also did get my Reiki certification recently too.
I love that. I love how your grandmothers are giving validations for both of those things. I mean, when you said your boyfriend's in school, I kept hearing GJ name, something with a G or J name connected to him. So either his name is passed down, like his first name or middle name is like his dad's or grandfather's, or there's someone connected to him that's Jim or George or Jack or GJ. I keep hearing. So if it doesn't come, just make sure you keep it with you, even though your grandmother said And what's the bike with him? Is there a motorcycle or a bike? Why do they keep showing me a bike around him? Does someone in his family have a bike?
Not that I can think of.
So Amanda, just make sure you keep it with you. There's some oh, wait a minute. There's an accident. There's an accident with the bike. I don't know how long ago this was. I don't know. I'm not really sure, but it feels as if it's connected to your boyfriend's side. So maybe he had a friend, or ask him when you speak to him. Ask him about that, because I can see a bike and I can hear screeching on the street. So something happened, and they're also giving me Kevin or Chris or Kathy, the C or K name, Kristen. There's some C or K connected to him. Is he one of three?
He is one of three.
Yeah, so I asked that because I want to make sure I'm correct that they're talking about his side. And your grandmother, your mom's mom, just said, Amanda's he's not even on the phone. Talk about my side, not his side. I love your grandmother Mary. She's very funny. Whichever grandmother that is. Oh, Amanda, wait a minute. Do you have just one boy, or is your son the oldest? What's the one?
I have one son.
Got it. It's just when you talked about your son singing, your grandmother and everybody else in spirits, just giving that as a validation, and just also you got something happening. There's a change around you. that this something. I don't know if this is moving, if this is like job wise, or maybe it's your boyfriend, or you say boyfriend, right?
Mhm.
Um,
I've been kind of like not really happy with my job, and I've been kind of like looking, so I'm hoping.
Oh well, listen, I don't think you have to hope anymore. And I'll tell you something, Amanda, that I tell people when I do readings and when I teach my class. Um, don't use the word hope, because anytime you use
Yeah.
the word hope, that you send to your universe, that the universe comes back and says, well, she's hoping, she doesn't want the job, she's hoping. And I know that's not your intention,
Mhm.
but just make
Yeah.
sure your terminology is you want that job. And I'll tell you something, you're getting something's changing. So, and
Mhm.
it's this year. And I know we don't have that much longer in this year, but just make sure you keep that with you too. And what's
Mhm.
the prayer card? Someone holds a prayer card in the car, in a bag, something with a prayer card.
I have my friend that passed away's prayer card in my car, and then I have my aunt's one in my wallet.
Wow, they said exactly what you just said. One in the car and like one that's pretty wild. And it's your auntie and it's your friend, both waving and giving a beautiful hug
Oh,
and validation, and just letting you know how much they love you, Amanda. And I got to take a break. This was so terrific.
okay.
Thank you for letting me do this.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Lots
it
of
a
love,
lot.
Amanda, and we'll be right back. And welcome back to the crazy show today. It sounds like a crazy show through the static. Apparently, it's my microphone, so I will check that at the end of the show to figure it out. And I feel bad that I bumped Elix, but I just said to mock the producer, it's just all me. You got me, and that's it. Elix is right next to me, looking at me like I was bumped. All right, so let me go, and thank you, Jim and Mock, for figuring this out. Let me go to the next caller. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Dana.
Hi, Dana. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I was going to answer for you. I was going to say, oh, good. So Dana, let me ask you. Your loved one, like someone, and I don't even know yet who it is yet, but one of your loved ones just stepped forward and pointed to me. So is there? I got to figure this out. Do you have like a Steven or Stephanie or Fred or Frank connected to you, living across?
Not that's crossed.
No, but living or crossed.
Yeah.
So who is it? Who's living? That's one of those names.
I have a brother-in-law and a father-in-law.
Oh wow! Either one of those names. How wild is it, Dana, that they wanted to start with that, letting you know that they're here. There's a really really strong dad. Well, there's a dad and a mom energy here. So let me start with your father. Is your father here or crossed?
Here.
So if your father is and you said your father-in-law is also still here?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So it's got to be then a grandfather, and maybe the same with the mom, but there's a mother and father energy that come at the same time, and I don't know why they keep saying two. Are there like two kids, two girls? What's the two? Are you you have siblings, right?
I do have a sibling, yes.
Is it just the two of you?
Yeah.
Oh, Dana, have you been drinking? I'm kidding, Dana.
Not yet.
Well, wait till 6. I'll join you. So hold on.
All right.
I just it's your grandfather. There's a grandfather, and it feels as if it's your father's father, and it feels like he shows me he's away. I can't tell if that means he's been gone for a long time, or he was never really close, or you didn't know him long, but there's something there. But he just wants to make sure you know that it's him stepping forward and just giving a validation for his two grandkids. But are you the second? Like, is your sibling older?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. He said two again, and I'm like, all right, it's got to be that she's the second. So just giving that as a great validation. Dana, somebody had something with their neck, like lung. Did someone have like COPD or lung cancer?
COPD.
Is that someone that's like still living?
Yeah.
I kind of thought so. Just why they do that, and it's nothing attached to it. It's not, it's good, it's bad. It's just saying that your loved ones know about it and doing whatever they can in spirit, Dana, to help the situation. Mike? Who's Michael?
I don't know.
Is this first name, middle name? There's a really, really strong, Michaela, Mike, it's one of those names. I don't think it's like Mary or Marie. It feels like it's Michael. So just make sure you keep it with you. It could be living, could be crossed, and it could be family, could be friends. There's a reason why they're giving that as a validation. And Dana, there's also a birthday or an anniversary really close to you. Like really close. You got that? You understand?
Yeah.
I love it. Is there an echo, or are you talking to somebody?
No, just you.
I love it. Echoes are following me, Dana. I don't know what it is. So whatever the birthday or anniversary is, just know that your loved ones are giving that as a validation. Somebody had something wrong with their leg. I can't tell yet if somebody knee replacement or what, it feels like a double validation. Dana, do you remember somebody at some point connected to you having something amputated, like a leg or a toe or a finger?
I don't think so.
So make sure you hang on to it, because when you just said I don't think so, you're one of, there's a grandmother also here. I don't know if I told you that. A grandmother stepping forward, and she just nodded that something's missing. And maybe it was like someone accidentally when they were younger cut off a tip of a finger, but there's somebody's missing something. So just make sure you keep it. What was that?
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
What do you mean that's you?
I cut the tip of my finger off when I was much younger and it handled that.
Oh God, Dana, this is wild. I love that your grandmother's looking at me like, yes, yes, sir. Like when you said no, yes, sir. Yeah, she knows. Wow, how personal is that, and how wild is that? That it's all your loved ones letting you know that they are with you. And by the way, when I said Michael, there is also a Mary or Marie connected to you. There's one of those names too. But I stand by that Michael. There's a Michael, and you know what? I think it's a middle name, Dana. I think it's like a David Michael or James Michael, but there's a Michael. Who's the significant other? Like, did you lose like a partner or a husband or somebody very close to you?
No.
There's a guy that's next to you, and he says he's a young male, meaning that he died like 60s or younger, and he says you know who it is. It felt like it was a relationship, or maybe it was like a friend. But just make sure, and he keeps bringing the E name, like Edward or Elizabeth. There's an E connection somewhere. That's what he's giving me as also as a validation. And there's also a knee replacement. So something is going on with someone's leg, or already happened. So if it doesn't come, Dana, just make sure. I love you. I'm talking about the little amputation, and you're like, that's me. So the knee replacement is something like that too. So just keep it with you, and also teaching. There's a teacher somewhere.
Yep, my sister's a teacher.
Yeah, I got it. So it's just a great validation that they want to give to you and your family. So I'm going to leave you with that, Dana. Thank you so much for letting me do this.
Thank you.
And lots of love to you. Bye-bye. And let me go to the next caller. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Denise?
Hi, Denise. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good also. So let's tune in, Denise. You know, Denise, it's kind of interesting. As soon as I heard your name, you know, I don't know if you heard that I'm not sitting in my office because something wrong with my microphone. I'm in Elix's office, and he's got this little, I don't know, it looks like a bookmark, and someone, it feels like, to be honest, it feels like a brother. It feels like it's a guy, and it doesn't feel like a dad. It feels like a brother energy, but he made me point to, her vision with action can change the world. I think it's really cool and interesting that, do you have a brother who's crossed?
I have several.
Okay, so just make sure you know, I thought it was a brother who was saying it, and I just said to him, I love the saying, and I love the expression. Why, though? It feels like you're giving that for, like, more of a validation and more of a reason. And your brother, whichever brother this is, I know you said you have several, just looked and said, just let's stop the drama. Like, stop the drama. The drama meaning internally, and whatever's happening with you and whatever's going on in your life, it's a great thing, and just make sure you hang on to that, Denise, because there's a lot of good stuff, but there's a lot of hesitation, and it feels, I don't know if this is going to make sense, but it feels, I don't know if you're getting closer to something, or you changed your mind, or what this is, but just know that anytime there's a change, and it is an amazing change, whatever it is, and the change could be changing your mind, whatever this case may be, Denise, just make sure you know that those feelings, that hesitation, always accompanies something big and something great, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it. You're so easy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I love it. It's good. It's all good. Who's Richard or Robert or Ronnie or Ryan?
There's a Ronnie and a Richard that's crossed over. Not me, but friends of mine.
Oh my God, Denise! Wow.
2 close friends, actually.
I love that they gave me 2 of their names, and just letting you know that they're guides for you, and they're with you, and they're watching you, and you're on track, baby. I just heard, this is kind of cool. I just heard one of them say, "You're on track, baby," and I said, "You talking to me or Denise?" And they looked at me like cockeyed, like, "No, Denise." So however that falls, and however you take that.
The
I don't.
amputee that you were just talking about, Ronnie had a leg missing, his leg.
Wow, Denise. Wow, so I love that it was a double validation for Dana with her finger, and Ronnie was already coming in. How wild is that? What is with the number sign or hashtag? I don't know what this is because I've never seen it before in spirit. Like
I don't know.
they keep drawing a hashtag. Um, you know what, Denise? You know what this looks like? Do you know somebody that has a tattoo that represents something that you like the person would have to explain what it is, like it almost looks like a different language to me, even though I don't think that's what they're talking about. I could be wrong, but it feels like if I was like I saw a woman and on her arm she had like writing say in Chinese, I would have to say to her, like, what does that mean? Like, explain that to me. That's what someone keeps talking about. I don't know if it's someone in spirit that had that tattoo, but it looks like it is markings that represent something. So if
Sure.
if it doesn't come, just make sure you keep it with you. It's you know what it is. It's symbols. That's what it is. Somebody's got a symbol or symbols that are closely connected to each other, and it is there's a reason for it. I don't know if it's like maybe like the infinity sign and then a star, or but this it's symbols that represent something. And Ronnie and the other our name just said she knows exactly what we're talking about. So I love when
Okay.
spirit does that because I always feel like listen, it's taken off me. Listen, they're telling you so it's in your memory bank, and I'm sure it will happen. But there's a lot of stuff and a lot of change and a lot of stuff going on. But I'll tell you one thing, Denise, that both these guys just said. There's a time that you have to stop taking care of people and taking care of yourself. You are. I'm just telling you what they're saying. You are known for that. Let me like I got to do this, but they need this. So let me just do this. Or I was going to do this tomorrow, but I got to do a reading, or I got to do an errand. I got to do whatever the case may be, and that you put that aside for others. And do not tell me that doesn't make sense.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, there's no question that these two guys are telling me that, and just make sure they're bringing this up, Denise, because where you are right now, it's very very important. Even though you've done a great job, but it's integral that you put yourself first. Make sure you do that. You've just got stars in front of you, and oh my God, you better email me these symbols because it's killing me that they keep yelling, and I'm like I don't.
Hashtag inside.
It may not be a hashtag, but it's a symbol. But it looks foreign to me. I mean, I remember going into this restaurant, this Chinese restaurant, and then they had this horse picture, and they had Chinese writing, and I remember asking someone, "What does that mean?" That's the feeling I'm getting, and they say So just keep it with you. I got to take a break, Denise. Lots of love to you, and thank you for calling.
Thank you, too.
And we'll be right back.
and welcome back to Through the Static. This is Steve.
Well, welcome to the Twilight Zone. This is Steven, the medium. I don't know what is going on. I'm on Elix's computer. It just said the connection was lost, which has never happened. And I am not kidding you. He has 700 different screens open, and I couldn't figure out how to get back on. So I know there's people waiting, and I don't have much time. But let me just go to the next caller. Hi, this is Steven.
Hi, Stephen. This is Joy.
Hi, Joy. How are you? I need some joy right now in this episode. so Joy, let me tune in for you quickly because there's not much time. Joy, who's the mother energy for you that's in spirit? Is your mother here or crossed?
She's here.
So wait a minute. Then this is a double validation because it also feels like, is there someone's birthday or something in May?
There is.
Because I just keep hearing, if it must be a grandmother then, unless do you have a mother-in-law who's crossed?
No.
Okay, no. So then it's got to be a grandmother then. Sometimes they give me mother energy. I can't tell who it is. It's got to be then a grandmother. Whose birthday is in May?
My son and my dad.
I love that. But is Dad here or crossed?
Dad has crossed.
Oh, I kind of thought that when you said my son and my dad. It's just a great way that your dad is saying, listen, we don't got a lot of time, but I want to make Billy, Bobby, Brian, who's the B?
Billy would be my husband.
What? That's so cool, Joy. I love that. I love that your dad is just yelling that out. It's your father just said to me, oh, and he said there's something, you got some kind of celebration right now also. So something's really close. I don't know if this is like a vacation, a birthday, an anniversary, but your father just said it's like now. It's happening like 2 weeks back, 2 weeks forward.
We had an angelversary for a 14-year-old girl today.
Oh my God. For a 14-year-old girl who crossed?
Yes.
Wow. Oh my God! Wow, Joy. Well, what? An amazing. I'm so like excited about this. I'm not even speaking right. The little girl, the 14-year-old, is letting you know that she's thanking you and everybody else who did that. And I love the fact that your father brought her in, which is pretty amazing. And you said that was today?
It was this morning. Yeah.
Wow. And Joy, I don't know how connected you are with this girl, but I will tell you that she is so just enamored with you and just is always around you, and just because of who you are. And she just said to me, this is a very, very special soul of how she helps and helps and helps and helps. So what a beautiful message and validation for you from her. And of course your dad is giving the same validation. There's also a really, really strong, it must be then a grandmother for your husband Billy, who steps forward too. And there's something with a watch that was handed down. So something, pocket watch or watch?
There is a pocket watch. I'm not sure who it was handed down to him from.
So just know that they're giving that as a validation. And you know what, Joy? I wish I could keep going, but I have like 2 minutes and the show's going to end. So listen, thank you for letting me do that. And I love you getting that validation from your dad as well as this 14-year-old girl. I cannot stress to you what that means to her, what happened this morning, Joy. What a beautiful soul you are, and everybody else that did that. So thank you, Joy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, lots of love to you, and I wish I could keep going. Yes.
Hi. We have one call left. If you'd like to take it, we will extend your time.
You the best guy ever, the best producer. Mark, thank you so much for doing that.
Well, it's not your fault. We had a technical glitch here, and it took away your time. So I do have one call left on hold, and you can take it, and whenever you're finished, just wrap up the show.
Imagine now if I just said, "Nah, I don't feel like it." let me take the call.
Okay, here we go.
Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Hello? Is it
Hi,
me?
who's this? Yes, who's this?
Nelson.
Nelson, how are you?
Well, been better. I
Okay.
don't know. It's hard to say. But I was, before you say, I was interested in not, besides just booking a reading for myself and a friend, I'm also interested in your law services as a lawyer.
Oh, well, Nelson, this is really not the place to talk about that with the attorney piece. But if you're here, I can give you a quick reading.
Sure, sure.
Okay, I love that. Nelson, there's a extremely strong mom energy stepping forward. So is your mother crossed?
Yes.
She keeps saying to me that there's more to talk about. There's more to talk about because wait a minute, your dad is also passed, right?
That's right.
Because it's very interesting. They come through very differently. Like your mom is like chattering, and your father's just staring at you. But your mom is just you get so much of yourself. I mean, you get obviously from both, but you get a lot from your mother. That whether you know it or not, that emotional connection or that sensitivity. Your father keeps saying to me, Stephen, he's such a great soul, but he just keeps saying he wished he said more. When he was here in the physical world, he wished he said more to you. I don't know if that's like if he wasn't as emotional or there was things that he wanted to say. Who's the Bob or Barbara?
I'm Bob.
Wait, I thought you were Nelson.
Well, yeah, I was adopted, but I would have been Nelson. My birth mother, my birth mother, my biological mother, that's her name, Nelson, and I just figured I'd use a different name on air because of my voice.
Wow, Nelson. Well, I'm sorry, Spirit just ratted you out.
What?
I said, I'm sorry, Spirit ratted you out.
Oh.
Listen, this is not about, this is solely Nelson about, because I have really not much more time. They want to give you they want to give you anything they can to say, Nelson, it's really us and how much we love you and how much we're with you. That's what this is all about. So I'm glad that I did get to speak to you, Nelson. I do have to wrap this up, and thank you so much. If you can go to my website to get a reading or call back next Wednesday. So.
Well, yes, I'm glad I did get through. Whatever you worked out the kinks there, but I'm glad I got through for a moment. But I would like to book something beyond for me and a friend.
Perfect, Nelson. Just hit my website, stephenthemedium.com, and you can do that. Thank you so much, Nelson, for bearing with me and the glitches today. Thank you, and I leave you with lots of love. Okay.
Oh, you too. God bless.
Thank you. I love that. I love the God bless. So, listen, Amak, I give you a big thank you and shout out for letting me do that and extending your time, because I know you got to get out of there. Mark does his show 3 to 5, so he does my show after that, and I'm sure he's ready to skedaddle. But check out Mark's show, Mark's Jukebox 3 to 5. It's a fantastic show. For me, well, let me say for Elix, 1 o'clock Friday. Don't miss it. Get a Grip with Coach Elix. We're doing his 2nd year anniversary. We're going to be in the studio, so you'll get to see us. So don't miss that at 1 o'clock Friday. And you can find him, Coach Elix, anywhere on social media. Stephen the Medium. I am everywhere on social media. And stay tuned tonight, because there's going to be something pretty cool that's going to be on my social media that you don't want to miss. Mark, thank you so much for doing this for me. And we will see you next week. Bye-bye.